Hello, I'm Nige.
And I'm Anders. Welcome to another Cheeky Extra. We've been drinking beers, haven't we, Nige?
Yeah, Cobra and Kingfisher, the battle of
Mm.
the Indian beers. And it wasn't enough, although they were big bottles, it wasn't enough for us. So
Not enough.
one
No.
more, the cheeky extra.
Always one more Cheeky Extra.
Always room for the cheeky
So
extra. Well, actually, not
you,
always. Not always. Sometimes we haven't because we're so broken.
because broken. That's the word. Um, so come on, tell us, Nige. Actually, I know I'm going to go first because I think mine's the safer option.
Okay. No,
Okay, so
yeah, right. I think I've gone safe. But
yeah,
let's,
yeah. Okay. Well,
no,
I've
no,
gone now.
come on, show and tell.
Hop and Hooker.
Who's
That
that?
is
That's Powder Monkey Brewery again.
Powder Monkey Brewery, which
Yeah,
I didn't realise when I picked it up. Um, Hop and Hooker, named after Steve Thompson, who was, until recently, an England rugby union hooker.
yeah.
Hence, Hop and Hooker. And he, I didn't realise, is a director of Powder Monkey Brewery.
Wow, how exciting is that?
Yeah. So it's not strong. It's 3.8%.
Okay, so it's a session.
It's a
Okay.
session beer. Yeah. It's a pale ale.
Well, mine was. I was attracted to this beer purely because of the can. It was shiny, and I was attracted to it
Shiny things.
like a moth to the moon. It was like, oh, it's just
Mm.
shiny. I want to have it.
It is. It's got numbers on it, and which
Oh,
suggest.
but it's shiny. It glints in the sunlight.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
actually BB number 05. There you go. That's it.
It's what? Sorry, BB.
BB number 05.
So that is which brewery?
Don't know.
I do, but I can't think of it offhand.
Uh, I don't know. It just says
Worry about it
BB.
later. Worry about it later.
Anyway, it's 6%. It's an India Pale Ale. And it's got Amarillo and Citra hops.
Okay. All right. Well, I tell you
Uh,
what. I'm going to start my own beer can up,
okay, get it in the glass.
get it in the glass, and we will see just what goes. So,
Sorry, brew by numbers. That's who makes it.
brew by numbers, of course it is.
Yeah.
A brewery that turns up regularly in Butcher's Dog.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the pour going like? I can't see it yet, Anders. No,
Hang on a
then
second.
the viewers
Look
can't
at
see
that.
it.
That looks like. Well, you decide. It's a gold. No, it's going to be darker for you, certainly. But
It's
it's
like a golden ale.
it's a golden ale, but slightly murky. So I'm wondering if there's something else hanging in there.
A little bit of yeast, perhaps. Anyway, I'm going to get
Go
mine
on,
in the glass now. Let's get beer can going.
go for it.
Oh, that was a little bit active. It's quite got a bit of a haze on this one, though. It said on the can that it was going to have a bit of a haze. Oh my word. The aroma. Oh, I've just bumped a load of yeast in it. How disappointing. The aroma is just
What's going on?
it's the Citra hops. It's just
I can guarantee, because I know it's brewed by numbers, I guarantee you've got a better beer than me.
it's
Consistently
just
good.
that Citra burst is just off the scale.
Yeah.
When I was pouring it, it was at arm's length because beer cam's a bit far away from at the moment, and it's wafting over. Oh, any aroma in yours?
I've got an aroma, certainly. Ever so slightly citrusy. I would go mangoey. So perhaps more leaning towards a New Englandy type beer.
All right.
Hey, chin
Cheers.
chin, let's go in. First off, there's a new catchphrase. Chin chin, let's get in.
Okay. Is that a thing then?
Well, I don't know if it is or not, but I quite liked it for the moment. But the more I think about it, no. Right, this is weird. What's going on with yours? Any immediate thoughts or not?
It's just lovely.
Right, okay.
Oh, that's my first sip there. I got bitterness. The second one, the bitterness is there, but not really there.
Yeah.
I like this quite a lot. I got this
Okay.
in Tesco's, by the way, if anyone.
Right, okay, I'll bear that in mind.
I was just walking down the aisle and what's the birds that like shining things? Is it magpies or jackdaws? Or,
Yeah, magpies. Magpies
I was
love shiny.
fluttering by. I thought, oh, I'll have that.
This one is it's odd. Let me take a sip and I'll come back to you. Because it's quite a floral opening. There's a hint of elderflower in the
Yeah.
opening, but there's a hint of very there's a kind of burnt malt at the end.
Oh, how bizarre.
It is bizarre. It is. Burnt malt is not the right word I'm looking for, but it's the
Is it
nearest
more
that I
of
can come
a
to.
smokiness, perhaps?
Yes,
Yeah, I know my beers.
you do. Yeah, there is a slight smokiness towards the end, which is yeah.
Yeah, but
Burnt malt was too
that
strong.
smokiness, sometimes it works really well. Sometimes it's just a bit odd and I don't want it there. And you're on the cusp at the moment, aren't you?
I'm right on there. Let me have a look and see what's going on here. A touch of caramel malt, it's saying, provides body and hint of sweetness.
Yeah.
Cascade hops with a citrus fruit and slightly floral aroma.
Yeah, that's the elderflower.
Yeah. But caramel malt, nothing I've heard of before.
Caramel, that gives body and the sweetness. It
Okay.
just added, it beefs up the beer a bit, basically.
Yeah. And it's Cascade hops, which are, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I like tasting beer.
Wow.
Odd.
Anyway,
It's actually quite nice, but just not what I was expecting.
you didn't ask me to get a record out today because you said you got one, but I can't see one.
No, you didn't. No. That's because we've had too much beer.
Ah.
Yeah. But I can find one in
Oh,
2
that'll be
seconds.
smashing. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. We did talk about this a while back. We're going. One of the first records that absolutely bowled me over before I found my own taste.
Wow.
Queen's Greatest Hits.
Who did not have that in their record collection in the
Yeah.
80s?
If you didn't have that in your record collection when you were brought up, you were badly brought up. Um, I mean, as far as greatest hits albums go,
That's probably the pinnacle of greatest hits albums.
I think it is. Although I will say the best-selling album of all time, I think might be one of the best. It's Eagles' greatest hits.
Really? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nah,
Sorry about that. But anyway,
but
shall
anyway,
we have a look
track
at
listing
what's
time.
on here?
Yeah.
Let's talk the big one to start it off. Take a guess.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bo Rap, exactly.
Hit, yeah. Hit with the big one.
Hit with a big one. Followed up by another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
She's a killer queen. Fat bottom girls. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Bicycle race.
All right. Yeah. I forgot that one on that album.
My bicycle. Yeah, my best friend.
Yeah.
It's syrupy, but it's kind of.
I
would say the weakest track on there.
No, I love that song.
Okay. Don't Stop Me Now.
Stop me. Yeah.
Save Me. Save me. Save.
No, I'd say that's the weakest one on it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's not fight over it, but
No. Everyone's got their own taste.
Yeah, absolutely. Side 2 starts with Bang Bang, Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Yeah.
Somebody to Love.
Yeah.
Come on. A lesser known track, but I quite like it. Now I'm Here.
Yeah. I like that one.
That's a great song. I like that. Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Play the Game.
Play the game. I'm surprised.
That might be the weakest track.
How was that on the? I wouldn't have said that was a real classic. It's got to be on the album.
No. That's up there for one of the weakest tracks on the album.
Yeah. But it's not bad, but it's not. There's better Queen tracks out there.
That's swiftly followed up by Flash. Seven Seas of Rye, which is one of my favourite Queen songs. I absolutely adore that song.
Yeah.
We Will Rock You.
Yeah. And We Are the Champions.
We are the champions.
Those two always go together. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what middle class family did not have that album in their collection?
Indeed. What a corker. And do you know what? I bought several Queen albums on the result as a result, and I was disappointed in places.
Well, we're driving the other day. Drive.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Nige, we're listening to a playlist with some Queen on it. And she was expecting, I can't remember what track it was, but she says, once that was played, she says, I was expecting this song next from Queen's Greatest Hits, because that's the order.
Of course, yes.
But it wasn't that track.
No.
Don't you get that? I said, no, not on Queen's Greatest. But anyway, because that was her introduction to Queen. That was virtually her Queen world. That song came next.
Yeah, one of the most interesting thing about bands putting tracks together, and you realise this early on, but a band create an album worth of music, but the second biggest thing that they do is then work out which sequence they go in. And I think Queen's Greatest Hits is possibly the most perfect sequence. It starts with Bo Rap, starts with We Are the Champions, and there's a whole load of stuff in between that works perfectly as an album, as opposed to a collection of songs.
Compilation albums make up the bulk of the UK. Well, I think it's something like 1 in 5 of every album sold in the UK is a compilation album or a greatest hits album, something like that.
Yeah.
Big money for the artists. Big money.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had a hit in the charts.
Yes.
and he made a lot of money from it. But his song, bit of a one-hit wonder sort of thing, but it was on 50 different compilation albums.
Really?
He made a lot of money from it.
Wow.
I think it got to number 2 in the charts or something, and he made about $3,000 from the record sales from that.
Yeah.
But it might have been 6 or 7 figures from the compilation album sales.
Really?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Yes. Anyway, digress.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Queen's Greatest Hits. What a great album. And one of my introductions into the world of rock.
I must say, I'm enjoying this beer a lot.
I'm getting on with this better than I thought.
This is much lighter than it. I think the bitterness, the first glug of this, I thought, oh, this got a bitter hit, but that bitterness went completely with the second. And it's actually just quite light and smooth. But with lots of fruity citrus notes.
Yeah. Once I got my head around the fact that it was smoky,
yeah,
thanks to you, that made a difference. I have to say that is a good beer. A good beer. I'll give it no more than that, and that's not dabbing with faint praise.
No,
it's a good beer.
It's
something I wouldn't necessarily go back to.
I had a smoky. I think it was a beer 52 thing I had years ago, and one of them was a porter, just these little 330. It reminded me of a 250ml bottle. I can't remember what it was. Almost worth pointless because there's so little in it. But it was a really smoky. But that was a dark beer, and the smokiness I always associate with the darker beers. I don't really associate that with the lighter beers as much.
No, you don't, which is why it threw me slightly. What I will say is it's 3.8, so the body, mouthfeel, not great.
No, but it's more, 3.8, that's your session beer. Is that something you could drink pint after pint off?
Yes, I think I could, yeah.
And that'd be quite an interesting experiment all on its own. Would it get better?
Yeah.
Where's Powder Monkey Brewery based?
Gosport.
Oh, I feel a road trip coming on.
Yeah. Road trips, they're the dream, let's face it.
Well, actually, we'd have to have a driver. But we could go Gosport and get the ferry over from Gosport. If we got dropped off, we'll get to Gosport somehow. We can get over the ferry to Portsmouth. My daughter's stationed at Portsmouth at the moment. She's in the Navy, and there's a brewery pub there that she said, Dad, you'll love it, you'll love it, we've got to go there. And so I'm going to have to go there. I can't remember what it was, but...
No. And then across the Isle of Wight, Goddard's, Yates, and others.
Yeah, but I don't think they've got tap houses in those. I would just wonder if Powder Monkey's got a tap house in the brewery.
What is interesting... Oh, yeah. Well, no, this is for off camera. Let's not talk about that now. But no, I have to say, I'm surprised by this. This is an interesting beer. 3.8, body and mouth feel low, but you could get through a lot of it. And also, it's got a really interesting flavour about it.
Marvellous.
And I do wonder if I just think that would be interesting to try on a session. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you've got it on tap, on hand pour or something, from the barrel, that would be quite. I'd quite like to taste that one.
Where are you with yours?
Oh, I'm there, but I'm
what are you thinking about?
Say bye to the viewers now.
Are you? I just want your final theories on your beer.
I think I think if you see that, you won't need me to tell you to buy it, because you'll see it and the glint will get your eye and you'll buy it
Okay.
anyway.
Fair enough. There we go.
You will not be making a mistake if you buy it.
Right. Okay. There we go. So, interesting beers all round. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.